The Minecraft movie situation just keeps getting worse, and employees are speaking out.
I am one of those employees from those memes about the Minecraft movie, and let me tell you how much of a shit show it has been for the past 3 days. This has been the worst movie I've ever had to work during in my time of working at a movie theater. The people coming in to watch this movie have been the most hostile, mean, disruptive, and dirty people ever. People body slamming employees, people being louder than the movie, people throwing buckets of popcorn and drinks at the screen. I went to go clean a theater on the opening night of Minecraft. These people walk out of the theater and they're like, oh, at least we don't have to clean it. And then they left it a complete mess. Like, I went to go see the movie the night before it came out. I had fun, but did I trash the theater? No. It's not that hard. You're making our lives a living hell. Genuinely the most horrible movie I've ever had to work during. Some of y'all need to get the belt.
And in response to that, do you want to know what some punk-ass kids said in the comment section? I mean, it's your work, not ours. We can do whatever we want. Oh, I can tell you've never had a job in your life. And once you get employed for the very first time, you'll completely change your highly tone-deaf tune. Very quick, I can tell you that. Yes, it is somebody's job, but does that give you the right to act like a rabid animal? No. That's like telling a janitor to stop complaining about having to clean literal feces off of a bathroom stall because that's their job. Like, no! That's not how the world works! It's also your job to be a decent human being and not a filthy animal! Just clean and do your job. I'll throw popcorn on the ground if I want. No offense, but some of these new generation kids are a group of entitled brats. Because try saying that to a real person in real life and watch what the consequences are of treating people like they're the dirt on the bottom of your shoe. You wouldn't tolerate it if your mum told you to clean up the mess that your siblings made. So why should you expect random people to do that for you? Like, it's funny how these kids think, oh my god, stop being dramatic, we're just throwing popcorn, it's not that big of a deal. And then they go into theaters and you see that they're throwing all-purpose flour on the floor and throwing toilet paper on the floor and even throwing warning signs on the damn floor. That's the movie theater's property. Like, where the hell did they even get that? How did they get that? And most importantly, why? Like, there's a difference between throwing popcorn around and throwing a bag of flour that you bought from home all over the seats. That is even harder to clean than popcorn. Not to mention the copious amount of toilet paper that they now also have to pick up. Despite the fact that neither of these items are included in their job description. Kicked out. Why the hell do you have a live chicken with you at the movies? The cinemas are not an environment for chickens, especially not an environment where you're all screaming and jumping around and throwing food and drink at each other. That is just cruel to do. So, not only are you going to shove a live chicken into a bag and try and keep it as quiet as possible while you sneak it into a movie theater and then continue to keep it in the bag for God knows how long until the chicken jockey scene, but you're also going to hold that chicken in the air and let food get thrown at it to put it in harm's way? I'm sorry, but nobody should be allowed to own chickens after doing something like this. This is the best thing to happen in a while to society. People will find a way to be miserable at anything. If you think this will actually genuinely benefit us us as a society, you could not be more wrong. In fact, I think you'll end up regretting saying that. Because in an article published by the ABC, they've said that a Minecraft movie's viral chicken jockey trend highlights new approach for the film industry. A Minecraft movie is filled with moments that could translate to short form video content. And Ms. Ehrman said that the chicken jockey trend was an example of the kind of, quote, clippable moment film producers were looking for. So really, I want you to think about that again. Is this trend really, honestly, the best thing to happen to society in a while? When film studios are seeing the reaction that this movie has received and are actively looking for ways going forward to try and recreate this behavior? When literal movie theaters are encouraging people to purposely disturb the experience for everybody else in the cinema? And when clippable moments now matter more than making a movie with a coherent storyline that is actually good. Movies of the future are just gonna be TikTok compilations now. I'm low-key disappointed that the Minecraft movie made a lot of money at the box office because now a bunch of companies are going to greenlight a bunch of poorly made cash grab brain rot movies, and I fear a Roblox movie is next up. And I completely agree with her and understand where she's coming from entirely. Because it's not only overtaken Barbie's opening weekend, but it surpassed the Mario movie and has become the highest grossing video game movie of all time. And it is because of the chicken jockey trend. So future releases, and that includes Roblox, are going to try and create their own version of the chicken jockey trend, which is going to make for horrible movie-going experiences from here on out. Do these film companies know that a majority of people seeing this movie right now don't even care about the movie? They care about being disruptive and making a total mess of the theater. They have no actual interest in the movie. They just want an excuse to cause mayhem by throwing bagfuls of popcorn on the audience and getting into physical fights over it. Because a crowd that actually enjoys a movie doesn't treat the theater like this. A crowd that actually cares about what's happening in the film isn't waiting around acting like the rest of the movie is a bore just for one specific moment where they can go crazy. And it's insane that film companies are going to be catering to these kind of young people now. Wow. Isn't it just great to know that nobody is thinking of the literal employees who work at these movie theaters who will suffer the most in the end? No? Cool. Okay.
Oh. People are out of control. The theaters are being trashed. You're throwing food all over. You're screaming. People are complaining. Look at this theater. You are trashing it. You will have to leave if you keep doing this, and you're not getting a refund. The theater is trashed. Watch the movie. Why are you throwing food and screaming? If you do it again, you're going to leave. We're going to stop the movie, and everyone's got to leave. No refund.
Come on, guys.
Enough already.
I'm always
Be
Lucas.
mature and watch the movie, please.
Yeah, come on, guys.
They want us to be mature? Bro, it's the Minecraft movie. Oh, okay. So just because it's an immature movie, that makes it okay for you to act like a complete jerk? Oh, okay. So because it's a movie meant for kids, you, as a junior in high school, just about to make it to your final year of high school and should know better about cinema etiquette, that gives you the go-ahead to trash a theater, right? Because it's a movie for kids, so what should they expect? Respectful behavior? No, I don't think so. That is brain dead. What kind of stupid logic is that? So, on top of the popcorn throwing, bringing a live chicken, chucking flour all over the seats, getting into physical fights, screaming at the top of your lungs, and having to be lectured by employees mid-movie, boys are now also being unnecessarily misogynistic. The target audience for this movie was all kids, not just boys. That includes girls that also play Minecraft. So can you imagine being a girl and feeling excited to finally be able to see the live action version of your favorite video game, only to have an entire theater of boys boo the girl whenever she comes on screen? I genuinely feel bad for any girls who were in that theater. That totally would have hurt some of them in there. Booing just because a girl appears on screen is literally the cringiest thing that you could ever do. So grow the hell up.
Guys, I was in the theater watching the Minecraft movie when the theater, alarm went off, and there's someone lit the theater on fire during the movie.
The movie was so fire that set the building on fire.
Exactly!
It's weird when you're having too much fun and the cops get called, the director tells Entertainment Weekly. It's funny because I think it's just literally cheering and throwing popcorn, which is so funny to me that cops are getting called for popcorn. Yeah, it's hilarious. A director of a movie said that. Yeah, it's so over. It really is. Wow, okay, cool.
Chicken nugget!
Oh, but I thought you guys were just throwing popcorn, so that makes the trend okay because it's just popcorn, right? Okay, then why are you guys popping tubes of confetti inside of a movie theater? Explain that one to me. A theater employee signed up to clean a few popcorn kernels here and there. They are used to that. But did they sign up to clean thousands of pieces of confetti? I don't think so, and you know they didn't. Also, you guys love to say that you're just having fun, but in the process, you're ruining other people's fun by literally having to have the movie session pause itself while you all freak out. And so everybody else who genuinely wanted to see the movie now has to wait for the movie to continue because it's literally paused for you guys. I don't want to watch a movie like that. And my fun shouldn't be sacrificed so that you can throw popcorn everywhere you want. Anyways, guys, I'm done talking about this subject because it's pissing me off. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!